My name is Nikolay Melbard. I am 61 years old. I was born and live in Moscow, Russia. I also spend a lot of time at my farm. I feel perfect, never getting sick, and do not visit doctors because I am active in life, do equestrian sports, and alpine skiing. Moreover, I use everything natural, from food and water to clothes. I try to drive a car as little as possible and move on foot or on horseback wherever I can. All my life, since my youth, I have been doing business. I was a broker at the commodity exchange, a car dealer, and then a financial broker. In 2000, together with my friends, I set up a financial company, FX Pro. In the 90s, I stayed in the Netherlands for several years. I was amazed to see such developed agriculture in a small country the size of the Moscow region. They produce many different products and export the great part of them to other countries. In Russia, we have a huge amount of fertile land and water, and rural residents who need work. I began to think of starting my own farms. Thinking about organic food, I realized that it's difficult to buy natural and therefore delicious food in a store or at the market. Unfair producers use intensive technologies, all kinds of substitutes in the struggle to reduce cost and maximize profits. City residents forget, and children actually do not know, the taste and smell of natural products. Therefore, after returning to Russia from Europe, having visited many farms there, I organized a small farm in the Tver region. I started making cheese from goat and cow milk and other products for my own family and my friends, most of the time doing business in Moscow. Finally, in 2009, I sold my share in the financial company and bought 1,000 hectares of land and 500 cows of the Black Angus breed in the Penza region, 600 kilometers to the east of Moscow. A feedlot and a meat processing plant were built. In 2 years, the first produce was received. However, there were little sales of such high quality but expensive meat. To increase sales, I opened an online store in Moscow and the first restaurant, Meat Desire, with a butcher shop in 2016. Then a good partner appeared in my project, a wonderful person, a professional, the famous brand chef Kirill Kuznetsov, who began to cook magnificent burgers and many different tasty dishes from beef and other products that are on my farm. 3 months later, we began to make a profit, and a year later, opened a second restaurant. It turned out that we had no competitors. There is not any farmer's restaurant either in Moscow or in Russia that a farmer himself would have started. We have low prices and there are always many visitors. We wanted to replicate the business model, the farm, the restaurant, the butcher shop. We plan to increase the assortment of farm products in our restaurants, to start producing cheeses, meat delicacies, and build a brewery. It is not profitable to take a loan from a bank due to high interest. Therefore, we decided to attract investors' funds using the method of crowd sale on blockchain technology, and to conduct initial coin offering, releasing our own crypto tokens under the name BeefCoin.